go. PlayStation Move. Get myself comfortable. Oh, I'm a bit of a geek here. Yeah, health safety. Right, welcome to another video from the Grumpy Agent Gamer PSVR. About to live a childhood dream. By joining the crew, the bridge crew, of the Starship Enterprise. It seems I'm a sexy lady. Started bridge crew. Oh, I'm in a shuttle. Oh look, there she is. That's not the Enterprise though, is it? I feel like I'm too close. There you go. Training. Can you adjust it? It feels like it's I'm having to grab my balls. Were there any trophies in Rec Room, I wonder?
Welcome to the Starfleet Training Simulator. Our system is currently configured to train command crew of Aegis-class starships. Here you may learn about the roles and responsibilities of each officer on the bridge, and how to operate all of the controls of their command stations. Feel free to experiment and get comfortable with the ship here in the simulator before moving on to the real thing.
Start with engineer.
As chief engineer, you support all other members of the bridge crew by keeping the Aegis operating in top condition. You monitor vital status information about the ship's systems, allocate power needed for maneuvering and combat, and manage the ship's power grid to compensate for damage or boost its capabilities. You also manage the ship's repair teams and keep an eye on how visible the Aegis is to other ships in the area.
It's very crisp. It looks very good. I got boobies. Right, so what do I do?
Your system's display gives vital information about the status of the ship's various systems at all times. When your ship is suffering from negative effects, how you allocate power determines how effective each of those systems is. As situations change, you'll need to communicate with the rest of the crew to keep them supplied with power and to anticipate when to make critical adjustments. One of your most essential responsibilities as Chief Engineer is to distribute available power between each of the ship's major systems. Try giving maximum power to engines now. Now try giving maximum power to shields. You will have to reduce power to other systems first.
Trophy.
Your system's display gives vital information about the status of the ship's various systems at all times. When your ship is suffering from negative effects, this panel provides information about the source and severity of the effect. As Chief Engineer, you have more detail about your ship's status than any other member of the crew. Activate your system's display now.
Warp coils charging. Warp coils charged. Warp coil discharge imminent. Warp
How you
coils
allocate power
discharged.
determines how effective each of those systems is. As situations change, you'll need to communicate with the rest of the crew to keep them supplied with power and to anticipate when to make critical adjustments. One of your most essential responsibilities as Chief Engineer is to distribute available power between each of the ship's major systems. Try giving maximum power to engines now. Now try giving maximum power to shields. You will have to reduce power to other systems first. Before the ship can travel between star systems, you must make the ship ready and charge its warp coils. This draws a tremendous amount of power, and you will be unable to make any further changes to power allocation or routing while prepping for warp. Begin preparing for warp now. Charge the warp coils. The helmsman will have a limited time to engage the warp drive, or the coils will automatically discharge to prevent damage to the ship.
Warp coils charged.
Before the ship can travel between...
So,
As the tactical officer, you are in charge of the ship's weapons, defenses, and scanners. In combat situations, you must coordinate with the rest of the bridge crew to protect the ship and deal with any threats to it. But you also have a crucial role in non-combat situations. It is the tactical officer's responsibility to scan nearby ships and other objects in the environment to reveal vital information about them. In order to scan anything or to fire on it, you must first target it. To select a target, simply select the appropriate icon on your map. Once you've selected a target, a display will show all currently known information about your selection. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. In order to scan anything or to fire on it, you must first target it. To select a target, simply select the appropriate icon on your map. Once you've selected a target, a display will show all currently known information about your selection. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
can I just do this?
You will often need to scan a target to learn more about it, or to locate people or objects of interest in another vessel. Some objects are scanned with a simple, general scanning action. This happens automatically when the object is targeted. More complex objects, like other ships, can be scanned for specific properties, such as the locations of any weak points in a ship's system. When an object has many features to scan, scanning them all at once is much slower than scanning a single
I guess it's quite a complex game.
Scanning is required before it's possible to transport people or cargo off of another vessel, or before being able to target weak spots of an enemy's ship systems. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. Here you can select what systems you want to scan. Scanning a single system will always be faster than scanning multiple at once. Also, the closer the ship is to the target, the faster you can scan. Scan the ship's engines now to reveal their status, and any weak points which would allow you to damage the engines directly. As tactical officer, you have control over raising and lowering
Can I
the
shoot
ship's
something,
shields.
please?
When raised, the shields will charge up to maximum strength over time. They are your best defense against damage to the ship. When shields are lowered, or down to 0 strength, any damage to the ship may cause serious harm to onboard systems, or even loss of life to your crew. When shields are raised, the chief engineer can direct power to them to increase their effectiveness.
Come
Raise
on.
the shields now. There is a delay while power is channeled into the shield emitters before the shields come online. In a combat situation, remember that you need to raise shields before the enemy fires. Photon torpedoes are a devastating weapon. They can automatically track a moving target and deliver heavy damage on impact. However, before you can fire them, you must first
Detail
get
in
the
the hands
order
is
to
cool.
arm them. Arm your torpedoes now. Each torpedo tube takes time to load. Your supply of torpedoes for any mission is limited,
No valid
so use
target.
them wisely. Target the nearby ship and fire torpedoes at it.
Oh, what was happening there? I'll come outside. Look at that. It's quite spectacular, isn't it? The shields are at 100%. I was supposed to go onto phasers, but I just want to see it blow up. It's got to do it, surely. There it goes. Nice.
Phasers are a versatile energy weapon. They continually charge over time, and when fully charged, your phaser banks hold enough energy to fire multiple shots at your target. Phaser banks automatically track your target, but only if it is within the indicated firing arc and within the current range of your weapons. The
Shields up.
effective range and damage of your phasers is controlled by the amount of energy the Chief Engineer allocates to them. Target the nearby ship and fire phasers at it. Phasers can be used to precisely target weak spots of another vessel. To use this ability, you must first scan the desired subsystem of a target. Such
Tactical
as
seems like the
weapons
best
or
one, doesn't
engines.
it?
Once scanned, you must then select that system. As long as a scanned system is selected, phasers will auto-target that system's weak points. To hit a subsystem, the target's shields must be down or inactive. Second, your ship must be correctly facing the targeted point. If the target's shields are raised, or you are attacking from the wrong angle, firing in subsystem targeting mode will do minimal damage. When dealing with other ships, targeting individual systems is a good way to disable them or neutralize a threat without outright destroying the ship. This may sometimes be necessary to accomplish your mission objectives. Target the nearby ship and scan its weapons systems.
Nearly knocked over my glass of water on the coffee table there.
Now select the ship's weapon systems to lock on to their weak points. Your phasers are now in subsystem targeting mode. Fire them for a precision attack. Until the target's shields are down, you will not be able to hit the targeted system.
No, this is the original one. I've not... This is my first time playing it. What, they get proper into it? See, I'm doing it on single player. I didn't want to fuck anyone off. What, do they get really serious about it if you don't call them captain and stuff?
Very good. You have damaged the targeted system.
It would be funny to see someone... I only got that half the message. Only got half that message. Like when they take it seriously, do you like
Various systems
troll them?
of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis.
Captain?
The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at
Like you call the
ranges where
captain
other
ensign and he
Federation
loses his
vessels will
shit.
be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As tactical
Ask
officers,
them to use the
arming
force.
torpedoes, firing weapons, and activating shields will each make the ship detectable from greater distances. To reduce the ship's signature, disarm torpedoes and lower
Do you
shields
automatically, like... I can't change the lady boobies.
The Aegis's prototype remote intrusion system can be used to send encoded signals and disrupt critical systems of other ships. Before it can be used,
The reflection on that
tactical
screen is
officer must
brilliant.
scan the target. Once a scanned target is selected,
That's a
an
nice
intrusion
touch,
into
isn't
its
it? See the
control
reflection?
systems is attempted via an automated routine. If successful, you may then choose to attempt any of the available disruption routines to temporarily cripple a specific system. Activate the remote intrusion system. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
I didn't listen to any of that.
Select a scan target.
Should we take out their engines?
Choose a disruption routine to inject into the target systems.
Let's disable.
Very good. But once used, the remote intrusion system will be fully occupied and unable to disrupt another target or system for some time. Your ship
Not
is
really sure
equipped
what
with
that did.
standard transporters for beaming objects or personnel aboard from other vessels or locations. Transporting first requires the tactical officer to scan the target vessel or location. If any mission-critical items or personnel to transport, the target will appear on the transporter interface. It will take time to acquire a lock-on before you can beam, and you must remain in range for the lock to succeed. The transporter cannot penetrate through your ship's own shields or those of another ship, so you must coordinate with tactical to make sure your shields are down when you need to transport. If you are attempting to beam something from a hostile vessel, your crew will first have to disable its shields. Activate the transporter interface. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map. Select the damaged ship from the list of targets. Lock on to the survivors aboard the ship to prepare for transport. To lock on, your ship must be in transport range and unshielded. The target's shield, if any, must also be down. You have transporter lock on the survivors. Give the order to energize. The survivors are now safely aboard the Aegis, but you can only transport 6 at a time. Anytime there are more than 6 targets to transport from a single vessel, you will need to perform multiple transport cycles.
Jesus. Really? Okay. So this is
When the ship sustains damage, it's up to you to deploy repair crews and get critical systems back in working order. You have a limited number of crews available. You may send multiple crews to repair a single system faster, or you may spread them out to work on multiple systems at once. Activate your repair controls now. We have simulated damage to your phaser banks and scanners. Assign repair crews to both systems to get them back to full working condition.
Phaser array restored.
okay, straightforward.
Sensor array restored.
It's possible to increase the power to one or more systems beyond normal safe operating limits by rerouting the ship's power grid. Switch to rerouting mode now. Try diverting extra power to shields by dragging an adjacent power node over to it. You have increased maximum shield strength by drawing some power from other systems. This situation is risky, though. The extra power flowing through those conduits could cause internal damage. When you use the rerouting system, you must keep an eye on the power grid and be ready to make changes as needed. Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection
Idiot.
at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As chief engineer, you can monitor all systems
Yeah, it's not very
which are
sofa
affecting the
friendly,
ship's
this
signature,
game.
and gauge the range at which the Aegis
feel
will
like
be
I need
detectable
a,
to other vessels. This information is vital when trying to avoid contact with hostile ships.
Like a swivel chair or something.
As helmsman, you are the ship's navigator, responsible for maneuvering the ship and navigating within and between star systems. Your crew depends on you to get the ship wherever needed, to avoid collisions with hazards in space, and to maneuver for tactical advantage in combat situations. Your local map can be used to mark ships and objects as waypoints, to check your proximity to hazards, and gauge when you are close to being detected by hostiles. Touch any target on the map to select it. Your basic maneuvering controls allow you to give the ship forward or reverse thrust, to steer the ship to port or starboard, and to move the ship up or down on its vertical axis. The amount of thrust you can give depends on the amount of power your chief engineer allocates to engines. The more power your engines have, the more responsive the ship will be. Maneuvering controls are only available when your local map view is active. The throttle controls your speed and also allows you to reverse or make a full stop.
Am I moving? Oh, I see. It's not wipeout, is it? Let's head directly to the sun.
Your ship's impulse drive allows you to travel quickly between planets and other points of interest within a star system. To travel via impulse, you will first need to plot a course by choosing a destination on the impulse map. Once the course is plotted, you will then need to align your ship with the appropriate heading and engage the impulse drive. Be aware, the impulse drive cannot be engaged unless the chief engineer has allocated sufficient power. Select any point of interest in the star system to plot a course to that destination. Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course. Grab and push your throttle to engage the impulse drive. The ship's computer will automatically follow the course you plotted. The ship's warp drive can distort space around the ship to propel it faster than light across the vast distances between star systems. The tremendous amount of energy needed for warp travel will require you to coordinate closely with the chief engineer. To travel by warp, it is your responsibility to plot a course by selecting a star system on your warp map. When the course is plotted, you will need to align the ship with the proper heading.
Tutorials
Before you can
fucking
enter
taking
warp,
ages.
your chief engineer will have to prepare the ship and charge the warp coils. Select a star system to plot a course to it. Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course. Push your throttle to engage the warp drive. The warp coils can only remain charged for a limited time. The chief engineer will need to prepare the ship for warp again.
Nice.
Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As helmsman, the more thrust you are using, the farther away the Aegis can be detected. On your local map, you'll see a ring that expands and contracts as the ship's signature increases or decreases. When other ships come within that ring, they will detect the Aegis.
Right then. Captain.
As captain, you are in overall command of the crew. It is your responsibility to communicate with and to coordinate the actions of the other officers on the bridge. You'll receive important updates on mission status and also have direct control of the main view screen. The captain's objectives feed contains vital information about your ship's mission. Updates from support crew and Starfleet Command are reflected here, so that you will always know what your crew needs to accomplish. Open the objectives feed now. Some objectives also have more detailed information. Sometimes you, as captain, must choose between different ways to complete an objective and direct your crew accordingly. In all cases, your crew depends on you to keep them informed of their goals. Select the objective for more information. Sometimes you will receive additional information to help with your mission. Keep an eye out for your intel feed, located near your objective readout for tips and hints.
Aye, aye. Shields up.
As captain, you can answer a hail when messages from Starfleet or other ships are received. If the message is accompanied by video, it will be displayed on the main view screen. Answer the incoming hail now.
Aegis, this is Captain Uku of USS Huxley. Our system checks are complete. We're ready to go. We'll stand by and follow you out when you're ready.
At any time while on the bridge, you can
Yeah,
use
I
an
figured that one
external
out by
view to
mistake.
see what is going on outside and around the ship. As captain, you can access basic information about your ship's status. Open your status displays now. The status information available to you is helpful, but no substitute for the more detailed knowledge of your chief engineer. As captain, you have the same maps at your fingertips as your helm and tactical officers. You may use these to aid communication, to identify a target for tactical, or to specify a destination for helm. Targets and nearby destinations are selected from the local map, which shows objects of interest around you. Open the local map view. Now touch any object on the map to select it as your target. Some orders you give to the crew require you to first designate a target or destination, exactly as you just did. When playing alone or with AI members of the command crew, the captain gives orders to the AI officers. To give an order to a specific officer, look at them and use the orders system to select from the available commands. Remember, some commands will first require that you select a target or destination. Try ordering your chief engineer to prioritize power to engines. Some orders apply to the entire crew. To access these orders, look towards the central console in front of you. First, select the closest ship from your local map. Then try ordering the crew to investigate it.
Aye, aye. Lowering shields. Torpedoes disarmed.
Acknowledged. Maximizing power to engines.
Roger that. Changing target. Scanning.
Aye, aye, Captain. Following the target.
Full scan complete.
Aye. Full power to shields.
You got it. Arming torpedoes.
Yes, Captain.
You just crashed into him.
Aye, aye. Setting new heading.
Impulse engines allow the ship to rapidly traverse great distances within a star system. When playing with an AI crew, you will need to choose a destination and give the orders to prepare for and initiate impulse travel. First, choose a destination from your impulse map. You need to select a destination from the impulse map. Now give the order to prepare for impulse. Your chief engineer will give more power to the engines, and your helmsman will lay in a course and align the ship.
Aye, Captain. Setting quarter speed.
Aye, Captain.
Tell the crew to engage impulse flight.
Aye, aye.
Torpedoes on
Diverting
safe.
power for impulse.
Laying course for impulse. On your mark, Captain. Aye.
We're going to crash into a planet.
The ship's warp drive can generate a warp field, distorting space around the Aegis and allowing you to travel to other star systems much faster than the speed of light. When playing with an AI crew, the captain chooses a destination and gives the orders to prepare for and initiate warp travel. Always bear in mind that charging the warp coils consumes most of the ship's power. The Aegis will not be able to maintain a full combat stance during these critical seconds. To go to warp, first choose a destination from your warp map. You need to select a destination from the warp map. Now give the order to prepare for warp. Your chief engineer will direct power to the warp coils, and your helmsman will lay in a course and align the ship to the correct heading. Now tell your crew to engage the warp drive.
Course
Ready for warp.
plotted.
Coils charged.
Aye, understood.
Very close to that planet, for my liking.
Captains have control of the main view screen. You may choose to display any of several
It's hard to be
different
witty when
overlays
you're
on the view
doing a
screen
fucking
with
hour-long
information about your
tutorial.
ship's system status. Try the different views and overlays available. Open your view screen controls now. The target and magnify views only work when you are targeting another ship or object. Magnify provides an up-close view of your selected target. Target view provides enhanced situational awareness, showing both your own ship and your target at once. Sometimes, as captain, you may wish to take temporary control over another command station. This allows you to perform any of the functions of that role, then return to the captain's chair when ready. You cannot, however, take control of a station currently being operated by another player. To take control of another station, look at any of your AI command crew and activate orders mode. Now choose the Take Over option. You can return to the captain's chair at any time by tapping the orders mode button again. In emergency situations, you can sound a red alert to notify your ship's crew. If you are playing with an AI as tactical officer, she will interpret a red alert as a request to prepare for combat. Try activating red alert now.
Aye, Captain. Raising shields. Torpedoes arming.
Is that the tutorial done then? Fuck me, that went on a bit, didn't it? So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Share the video. Not the most of interest of it. It's very hard to be funny when you're doing a tutorial. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to shut this down. Why have I got a window on that side and not on this side? Look at that. That's quite spectacular, isn't it? Should we just see what the let's see what the bridge looks like. Because I was just, what was that, a hollow bridge, should we call that? I don't think the holodecks exist back then. Nice. Little touch there. Yeah, it's not very sofa friendly. Need to pull over a chair, I think.
Captain's log, stardate 225-8.161. My crew is assembled, and we're preparing to disembark on our expedition to the trench. Before we depart, however, Starfleet Command has asked us to complete one final exercise to confirm the Aegis's fitness for the mission ahead, and undoubtedly to test the readiness of her captain and crew.
Captain, we have a message incoming from Deep Space K7.
This is rather good, isn't it? On screen.
Aegis,
Trophy.
we have a freighter coming into dock, and we've had a little trouble lately with smugglers trafficking invasive species. On your way out, I think it'd be best for everyone if you could just verify the ship isn't carrying any wildlife.
There is a tiny leak in one of the EPS conduits. Any idea where?
I'll look it over.
Aye, aye.
Kind of. I've just done the tutorial. Scan. So how do you get them to scan?
Understood.
Scan for... So who does the scanning? It's you, isn't it? Oh, I remember. Yeah. Right. No. Local. No. There we go.
Aye, Captain.
There we go. Here we go.
Initiating scan. Aye,
Staying
aye,
with
Captain. Locking on target. Scanning target.
Transferring data to your panel, Captain. I am not detecting any unusual life forms aboard the freighter, Captain.
I'll let K7 know the ship's clean.
Right, well that was a bit arduous.
Aye, target selected. Scanning. Shuttlecraft safety inspections are complete.
I am sending new data to your panel, Captain.
Warp to the gamma.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Preparing for warp. Adjusting power.
Warp course plotted. Lining up for warp.
So how do you get on the Enterprise? I guess you've got to do a load of missions first.
Course laid in, Captain.
Charged.
Aye.
Nice, look at that.
I'm picking up a distress signal, Captain. Channel open.
USS Aegis.
Aye,
My
understood.
vessel has
Follow.
lost all power and our life support systems are nearly exhausted. We have a crew of 6. I request that you take us aboard your ship as soon
Maximizing
as
power
possible.
to shield emitters.
Understood.
Staying with them.
New target locked.
We're showing stress factors on the dilithium crystal array. Can you check it out?
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Scan initiated. Aye, Captain. Locking new target. Scanning.
Yeah, you can see how people take this would take this very seriously. Look at my big boots.
Transferring analysis to your panel,
Life
Captain.
signs.
Weapons 100%.
Aye, aye, Captain. Full stop. Following.
Acquiring transporter lock. Energizing.
The vessel is empty, and all crew members are accounted for.
So now what? So what's my objective?
We have a priority message incoming from Starfleet Command.
Okay. on screen.
Opening channel.
Captain, we've lost contact with one of our survey vessels, the USS Nicholson. You're the closest ship to their last known position. We need you to locate the vessel and render any aid they may need. We're sending their last coordinates to you now. Starfleet out.
I'm seeing a power drain here. Can you check it out?
Yeah, I'll take a run through it.
Plotting course.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Powering engines for impulse.
Plotting impulse course.
Well, I really like this. I guess if you're the captain though, and you're playing with other players, they could just go rogue, couldn't they?
Aye, Captain.
And just ignore you. Just so if I was like tactical and I saw the enemy coming, what's to stop me from just like shooting without waiting for the captain? You know what I mean. Hey Taylor, my first time playing. What's that flashing over there?
Captain, I'm detecting gravitic mines in the area.
Trophy.
If we get too close, they'll be attracted to our hull, and the damage could be severe. We should keep our distance.
The environment is inhibiting the effectiveness of our sensors, Captain. We are, however, detecting pockets of plasma coolant. They may provide clues as to the Nicholson's whereabouts.
Aye, aye, Captain. Updating target. Scan initiated.
I will update your panel, Captain.
Can we shoot that?
Aye.
Yes, Captain. Targeting. Firing. You got it. Locking on target. Initiating scan. Aye.
Updating your panel, Captain.
Firing. I finished the scan. Roger that. Locking new target. Scanning.
Readings indicate a minor subspace distortion effect.
Transferring analysis to your panel, Captain. Sensors are detecting a distress beacon, but it is not a Federation frequency. It looks like a civilian vessel needs assistance as well.
Aye, aye.
I'm picking up a signal on emergency frequencies. On screen.
Aegis, according to my engineer, our engines are locked in some sort of malfunction cycle.
So do you, I guess you've played it multiplayer, like with other people. Do they get a bit funny with you if you don't follow orders, kind of thing?
Understood. Updating target. Scanning target.
I am updating your panel, Captain.
Aye, aye. Changing target. Scanning.
Warning.
Entering the
Environmental
anomaly.
hazard detected.
Aye, aye. Shields raised.
sensors indicate a few chondritic bodies.
Aye, aye.
Full scan complete.
I believe our lost ship is showing on sensors now, Captain.
We're being hailed.
Aegis, this is the USS Nicholson. Our vessel is severely damaged and leaking radiation. Most of my crew escaped, but a few of us are trapped in a forward compartment. I need you to transport us off the ship. And then, well, she's too dangerous. We can't just leave her floating out here. You'll have to scuttle her.
You got it. Targeting. Scanning.
What was that?
I am sending new data to your panel, Captain.
Understood. Shields
Exiting
lowered.
anomaly.
Where's he going? There.
Aye, aye, Captain. Bring her to full stop.
So rescue. No.
Plasma containment is within tolerances.
So tactical scan. I don't get it.
Aye, aye,
Close
Captain.
target.
Staying with them.
Warning.
Entering
Environmental
anomaly.
hazard detected.
Exiting the anomaly.
Well, how do you... So he's a shit pilot then, isn't he? Right, maintain.
Warning.
Moving into the
Environmental
anomaly.
hazard detected.
Analyze. No.
Aye,
Approach
aye.
target.
Following the target.
He's gonna crash. Where are you going?
Aye, Captain.
Moving out of the anomaly.
So rescue them. I'm on the wrong fucking.
Dilithium crystal structures are within tolerance.
Fuck's sake.
Aye, aye. Staying with them.
I was on the wrong ship. Idiot.
Warning.
Entering the
Environmental
anomaly.
hazard detected.
Aye, raising shields.
That was my fault. That was a bit embarrassing. So yeah, I don't know if you're Star Trek fans, but it's quite interesting, isn't it?
Following the
Captain.
target.
Locking on target.
Exiting the anomaly.
Scan initiated.
I will update your panel,
Life
Captain.
signs detected. Aye, aye. Dropping shields.
Following.
Establishing lock.
Wow, ice cream van in space.
Energizing.
Aye, Captain. Updating target.
Warp core critical. Yes, Captain. Prioritizing power to shields. Affirmative. Starting repairs on warp core.
There's a lieutenant. Lieutenant Hoyle. There's a there's a fight. Oh, never mind.
Aye, Captain. Staying with them.
Could someone put the fire out?
Aye, Captain. Repairing warp core.
We might have an issue with launch sequencing. Can you investigate that?
Right. I'll look it over.
Aye. Following.
Don't fire when your shields are down and you're next to it.
Warp core repaired.
Entering anomaly.
All repairs completed.
Restored.
Fire's out, that's good.
Moving out of the anomaly.
So,
Affirmative.
render aid. Oh, here we go. That's what I was doing wrong. Set engine system intrusion.
Aye, aye, Captain. Attempting to disrupt. New target locked. Target system.
It looks like that fixed it. We should be able to take it from here. Thanks for your help. You
Got a cocking
probably
about there
saved all our lives.
because I didn't follow the instructions. Now what? Should we get rid of that?
Captain, I have an update from Starfleet Command. Roger. They're sending us new coordinates. Opening fire!
Transferring data to your panel, Captain.
Calculating travel vector.
Neutral zone.
Aye.
Allocating engine power for impulse.
Making ready for impulse.
Stop hitting rocks, Ensign. It's the size of a...
Course plotted. On your mark.
Warning.
Moving into the
Environmental
anomaly.
hazard
Aye,
detected.
understood.
Aye, aye. Shields raised.
So what's this? I guess this is their loading screen, isn't it? Look what you've done to the paintwork.
Captain, I'm getting something on the distress channel. Putting it on screen.
This is Captain Jameson of the Kobayashi Mine. We've struck a gravitic mine. We've lost all power and our hull has been penetrated. Life support systems are failing. Our position is Gamma Hydra Section 10. Please, you must help us.
Right. So this is the Kobayashi Maru, which is the unbeatable.
That places them in the Klingon neutral zone. Entering the zone would put us in violation of treaty.
Gaia sensor range is lit up. Mind taking a look?
So it's unwinnable.
Aye, following the target.
Acknowledged. Maximizing power to shield emitters.
So this is the Kobayashi Maru, which is the... I'm just about to hit a vine.
We're approaching the Klingon neutral zone, Captain. Aye, Captain. Target selected. Aye, aye. Changing target. Engaging target.
So it's an unbeatable situation.
Aye, aye, Captain. Following.
In the story, Kirk cheated and won, but it's impossible to win apparently.
Target locked. Initiating scan.
So we're going to get some Klingons that's going to kill us.
I am updating your panel, Captain.
Calibrated the auxiliary helm. Care to cross-check?
Put that on my docket.
Aye, Captain. Lowering shields.
Following the target.
Acquiring lock.
Particle analyzers are reacting, Captain. There may be a cloaked vessel operating in the area.
Energizing. There are others remaining aboard the target.
Following.
Acquiring transport.
Enemy over here. Decloaking. New contact. One hostile.
Where?
Yes, Captain. Shields up. Arming torpedoes.
Aye, aye. Following the target.
Roger that. Target selected. Scanning target.
Transferring data to your panel, Captain.
Understood. Balancing power allocation.
Staying with them.
Updating target. Engaging. Aye, aye, Captain. Starting destruction attempt. Locking on target. Enemy retreat.
Sensors are showing waveforms consistent with recent cloaking activity.
We're disrupting the target system. Aye, Captain. Locking new target. Engaging target. Hostile ship decloaking.
Oh, fuck.
I'm reading multiple hostile contacts. Enemy vessel destroyed. Aye,
Following
aye.
the target.
Changing target. Scan initiated.
I am sending new data to your panel, Captain.
Aye, Captain. Attempting system disruption. Stand by. Targeting. New
Staying
target
with
locked. Firing. I'm in. Target system disrupted. Aye. Target selected. Holding fire. Scanning. Kobayashi Maru is at 50% hull integrity.
I will update your panel, Captain.
Understood. Aye, Captain. Dropping shields.
Aye, following the target.
Captain, I have noticed a pattern of unusual sensor echoes. They are indicative of the recent use of a clucking device.
Staying with you.
Firing lock. Percent. Warp core is fully operational. Warp core.
Aye, Captain. Shields raised.
We're gonna crash into the fucking Kobayashi. Fucking idiots.
Warp core is fully repaired. Warp core.
Kobayashi Maru, 25% hull technology. Engaging. Kobayashi Maru hull, 10%. Changing target. Opening fire. Aye, locking new target. Kobayashi Maru was just destroyed, Captain.
Congratulations, Captain. You and your crew have just completed the Kobayashi Maru simulation. I know it's not easy to face a no-win situation like that, but it's a necessary test, both for Starfleet and for yourselves. I think we all have a better idea now of the decisions you'll make when there's no obvious right answer. Based on your overall performance, I'm not only clearing the Aegis for Operation Distant Shore, I'm recommending that you lead the expedition into the trench.
Yippee! Yippee hooray! Right, so that's that then. That was my first mission, the Kobayashi Maru. Sounds like I'm in a field somewhere, doesn't it? But well, I'm not. Trophy. Trophy. All the trophies. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna leave it there. And yeah, sorry, I got distracted then reading the pretty words. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It wasn't the most chattiest of videos, but it's one you've got to concentrate on. And I'm only a man, so I can't look at me, I've got a telescope. So I can't talk and press buttons at the same time. So yeah, that's me done. See you next time.